I guess you have to put gas in it every once in a while. What do you think? That's my little unit. You see what I'm doing with it? I'm cleaning it up, get it ready, put some crushed stone down in there before we start building our floor over in there to extend our porch that way. And it's going to be a partially enclosed porch for keeping big equipment in, like engine lifts and engine stands and stuff like that. Hold on to your hats. Yeah, thought I was going to run right into you, didn't you? I did too. There's our winch and the solenoid, and just got to prop the battery up and that angle right in there. Hi guys and gals, it's me George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, and it's been a while. And those of you who subscribe to my good friend Matt, the Scrap Whisperer, will already know that I spent the better part of 3 or more weeks in the hospital and then in the rehab center. And I'll explain as we go along. The bottom line is I got a tick bite and get an infection or tick bite fever. They didn't put a real name on it. I don't have Rocky Mountain fever or Lyme's disease or any of those things. But I can't tell you definitively about the first week or 10 days that I was actually in the hospital because I don't remember most of it. I guess I got so bad that my daughter took me to the VA clinic and they sent us directly to the hospital, and by the time we got to the hospital I was not able to respond verbally to the very simple questions. And anyway, make a longer story short, I spent a week or 10 days in the hospital in Jackson, Tennessee, and then I came back to Parsons, Tennessee, which is a small town next to me. That's my new phone going off. I haven't figured out how to turn off all of those things yet. But I was in the rehab center for a week or 10 days, and I am very grateful. I know that Matt, amongst other people, asked for prayers for me, and I can tell you for a fact that I experienced the hand of God on my life. When I went to the rehab center, the lady said I scored, I think she said a 40 or 50, something like that, on my cognitive test. And when I was released a week or 10 days later, I was up between 80 and 90%. And she was totally surprised. And my family was surprised because I had been so bad off. They thought I was going to die. That's where it was at. But I'm here to tell you that God does answer prayer. There were a lot of people. I couldn't believe how many people I saw on Facebook responded to a post that my daughter put up, and were praying for me, and people not just here in Tennessee but all around the country. So I want to say thank you to all of you who prayed, because prayer does work. And prayer should always be our first resource and not wait until it's the last resort. So often people say, well, at least we can do is pray. Well, no, that's not the least you can do. The best thing you can do in any circumstance is pray. Whether it's asking for guidance, for healing, for direction, any of those things. So anyway, that's what I've been up to for the last better part of a month. And I was in the process, and I can't remember the last video I made, but I was in the process of making some changes here in my shop. Of course, I got the addition opened up, and you saw that. But I've made a bunch of other changes in here since, and I will continue to. And here is one of the big changes I've just made. I got this tool rack for my battery powered tools, and over here I got this battery charging station from my Bauer drills. 6 batteries it holds. And I'll tell you what, I wished I'd had one of these a long time ago, because this thing, you can see where it is charging. This one here is charging because it's blinking red. All the other ones are all fully charged now. So you can see that right in the front, whereas the other chargers that come with them, well, I was going to show you another separate one like we normally use, but you have these here, the batteries slide right out the front. Watch this. If you have stronger hands than I do, and my hands are weaker now than they were before my episode. There we go. They slide right out the front, and put them in. They just pop in place like that. So it's really handy, and they're all in one place. And I'm eventually going to move all these drills. So it's going to be mostly battery powered stuff up on that wall. And you saw me already filling up these shelves over here, and I'm still swapping toolboxes around, figuring out where they need to go. And I have some decorations up. That hand saw, was painted for me back in Massachusetts by the mother of a fellow that I knew from the lumberyard. And we're continuing to organize and get things done, and here mounting tools and so forth. But hold on to your hats because I'm going to take you outside. Now you saw me lifting up this lawnmower with my winch that I have set up out here. I've used it before, and I have to do some work on the underneath side, so rather than crawling around on the ground, I brought it down here and I used my mini skid steer to get it down here. Used the chain, hooked it up, got the front wheels off the ground so it would just roll on two wheels, and brought her down here. It works pretty well. I'm gonna be moving that lawnmower out. But what I brought you out here to show you, I got this pile of lumber. And I had bought this pile of lumber just before I went in the hospital. And I had laid out this one piece of wood here, which is not where it's going to stay. But the idea is, and you can see I put some gravel down, this materials here is to build a floor across here, and it's going to be closed in on two sides, and I'm going to extend the roof over so it'll come over somewhere where that tall step ladder is about where it's going to end. It's going to end 8 feet from that seam right there, come across here with one post out here, floor joist, plywood. It'll be closed in on that end and closed across the front, but the inside wall here will be open, and that's so I can put my little engine lift that I use inside for lifting the heavy engines. And also I have 2 engine stands that I have fabricated, and this will be a place that I can put them out of the weather but close to the shop, and when I need to bring them in, I'll just drag them across and pull them inside. So that's what I had planned on doing, pressure treated plywood. I say, well, George, that plywood is all bowed up now. Well, yeah, it is, but you know what? It's amazing what happens with plywood when you screw it down. So that's what I've been doing, or haven't been doing, for the last month, 6 weeks, whatever it's been. And I thank you all for your prayers, and we're going to be getting back at it here. I've started mowing my lawn again, which needs it. My son-in-law came and did it once for me while I was in the hospital, and my children have been of great help to me. Just a quick update from Goofy's Garage. And well, you know, while I was in the rehab center, I gained a few friends, and some of them have started watching our channel. So now we're going to take you back inside. So the big announcement is this: while I was in the hospital and rehab, I went over 10,000 subscribers, and so I'm planning on doing a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And today is, I don't know what day of the week, it's Tuesday, July 22nd, I believe it is. And today actually is my elder brother's birthday. He turned 86 today. And unfortunately, he's in the hospital. I think it's just for a short-term visit. He's at the ER. He was getting dehydrated. So, happy birthday, Calvin. And Lord willing, I'm planning to go see him in September. Anyway, I want to have a 10,000 subscriber giveaway, and I haven't determined exactly what I want to give away. I have thought about having some hats made up that say the Shade Tree Fix-It Man on it. I have already some cards, trading cards that I've made up that say the Shade Tree Fix-It Man on them, and I need to make a few more copies of my business card. Those I can give out to anybody who requests them. But I'm thinking that the giveaway for the drawing will be for a hat. Now it's going to probably take me 2 weeks to get those hats made and delivered. That's my guess. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get them designed and made up, and by this weekend I'll know when I'm going to have them and so forth, and I'm going to give away 10 of them. Okay? It'll say the Shade Tree Fix-It Man on it, and it'll probably have some kind of logo. We'll see. I might just put a cartoonized logo of the Goofy card on it. Oh yeah, we haven't forgotten about the Goofy card. It's still here, and it's still getting used, or it's still getting worked on a little bit at a time, but it's all apart. And I've been waiting. The engine block is at the machine shop. It had a crack on the boss where the starter mounted to it, and I took it to them to weld it up. It had to be TIG welded. Well, they melted it instead of welding it. But now they have another idea on how to fix it, so it's still with them. I checked in with them today and they hadn't worked on it yet. So we'll see how that goes. But we got all kinds of good stuff to go on this, and you've seen videos about the steering and how we changed over and put a actual differential here in the back and cobbled the axle back together so it's not just a live axle and not just a one wheel peel. And we've also added another set of disc brakes, so we got 2-wheel disc brakes on it, which should be more than enough to haul it down from our 40+ mile an hour goal. So that's where we're at. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. Thank you again for your prayers. And I'll be back by the end of the week. I have another video or two to post that I made earlier than this. But by the end of the week, I'll let you know when the actual drawing is going to be. Thanks for now. Bye now.